Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to learn how to enable backup for your virtual machine to protect virtual machine and uh, your data. Using the Azure backup, you can protect your on-premises virtual machine, Azure virtual machine, Azure managed disk, Azure file share, SQL servers in the Azure VMs. Okay. Azure blobs and these are other options uh, or other services for which you can enable the Azure backup to protect the data. Okay, so let me take you to the Azure portal and let's enable the backup. Okay, so remember to enable the backup for the Azure virtual machine. Okay, we need a Azure Recovery Service Vault. Okay, so there are two ways to create the Recovery Service Vault. That is, you can search for Recovery Service Vault from here, and you can create one from this create option, or you can go to all services and search for Recovery Service Vault and click on the create button and to create a. So uh, you to create a recovery service vault and enable backup for your virtual machine, you should have a subscription that is enabled uh, and running. Okay, working subscription. So I'm going to select my subscription. I will select an existing resource group. You can create a new resource group. I will provide a name demo RSV 01 and location will be the central India for me. You can select as per your requirement or the nearest location. I'm going to select here LRS. Okay, that is the locally resident. You can select the geo resident if your workloads are critical to replicate a copy of the data in another location. Okay, to recover it, I will keep the default encryption type. You can select a customer manage key also, but I'm going to use the Microsoft manage key. I will just click on review and create button. So it will take few seconds to create this. Let's wait. Okay, so deployment has taken 1 minute for creating the recovery service vault. Okay, once this recovery service vault is created, you can click on go to resource option. Okay, so you will see the dashboard for the backup. Okay, so there is another option also. You can configure site recovery also to protect your data and for a disaster recovery. Okay, So in this video, we are only going to configure the backup for virtual machine. Okay. So if you click on Get Started, you will see there is Azure option, Azure Stake Hub, Azure Stag HCI on premises. There are 4 options. You can explore all of them one by one. I'm going to only show you about the virtual machine. Okay. We have other options also. Similarly, in the tag, we have this many options. Okay. For on premises, we have VMware as well as the Hyper-V and VMware. Okay, both of them. So I'm going to select here Azure and virtual machine. Okay. So before enabling the backup, you should have your backup policy. Okay. Backup policy will include the schedule and the retention. Okay. The schedule will be the timing to trigger the backup every day. Okay. And the retention will be storing the backup in the Azure Vault or the storage uh, for a time period. Okay, like 30 days for day, 30 days or 2 months or 1 year, like that. Okay. So here there is a default policy. You can create your standard policy. So now we are going to create a backup policy. To create a backup policy, you can click on this add button. And for the virtual machine, I'm going to create a virtual machine policy. Okay, I will select a virtual machine and I will select the standard. Okay, and I will provide a name, policy, or something, DevOps policy. Okay, and I will select my time zone. I will keep all other settings as a default. I'm going to set the retain instance recovery snapshots for 2 days, and similarly I will make it 7 days. Weekly will be the 2. I'm going to keep only for 2 months backup and only for 2 years. Okay, so once all this basic information is filled, you can just click on the create button. It will take few seconds to create a policy. Okay, so the policy is created. Now we can enable the backup. So I'm back to the dashboard. To enable the backup for your virtual machine, you can click on this backup option, and I will select the virtual machine in the Azure. Click on backup. I will select the standard. I will select my policy which I have created earlier. Okay. I will click on the add button. I will select my virtual machine. It is going to validate it. Okay. So you can see there are 2 disks for my virtual machine. Okay. You can means data disk backup is optional, but OS disk is mandatory. So you can check or uncheck it accordingly. Okay, I will click on enable the backup. It will take few seconds. Now the backup is enabled successfully. Backup, then I can see one VM. If I will click on the backup items, then it will take me to the Azure virtual machine. Okay, so here it is showing one message, a type of warning that initial backup is pending. Okay, so this is normal actually. When you enable the backup for the first time for any virtual machine, it will pop up to perform a initial backup. Okay, and okay, so you can click on this backup now button, and once the first backup is completed, this warning will be removed. Okay, by the Azure. Okay. So that's it. And okay, so that's it. We have enabled the backup for the Azure virtual machine. So there will be any backup in progress, it will be visible here. Let me trigger one backup for you and show you how the status will be. So okay, so if you will go to the backup jobs, then you can see the status in progress. Okay, and if you will go to the dashboard, here also you will see one in progress. Okay, I will create another video where we are going to talk about the site recovery, how we can configure the site recovery, uh, how we can configure the backup for other workloads also. Okay, so thank you for watching the video. If you think this video is helpful for you, please like the video, subscribe the channel, and press the bell icon for more videos notification on Azure. Thank you.